Yo guys, it's Aki here and welcome to another video. Today it's time for a squad builder, actually 3 squads we're going to take a look at, because the upcoming weekend league and the FUT Champions, well, there are some restrictions. You need to have 16 players from the Barclays Premier League, and therefore we're gonna find out which teams will work best, or at least I will give you my opinion of how I will play, which players will I play with. Not everyone can afford the first team, therefore I decided to make 3 teams with different budgets on each of them. So let's just jump into it, and I'll give you the players, the explanations, and also which players who could have been used in the squad. So here is the cheapest squad builder I'll recommend, guys. If you don't have a lot of FIFA coins, then this team should be able to make you be able to do a decent performance in the weekend league. On the goal we have Jack Butler, and all of you know him. I don't know which drugs, steroids EA gave him this year, but he's an absolute beast and he saves so many wonderful saves. So he's a secure and cheap choice. At the centre backs we have Daniel Amate and Kabasele. Not a high rated centre back pair at all, but their pace and strengths are really good, especially Amate's physical strengths are incredible, and Kabasele is very underrated, guys. On the fullbacks we have Nathaniel Klein and Luke Shaw, very solid backs and very cheap. Luke Shaw is just very strong actually, and he's like a very big guy in the game at least, so he will win a lot of 1 versus 1 battles also. And they are solid, you know, don't expect too much from them offensive wise, but defensively they do the job, and I personally think that's the most important thing for the fullbacks in the game. The 3 central midfielders we have Pereira, Fernandinho and Emre Can. All 3 of them got, you know, decent pace, decent strength, and decent in attack and decent in defending. All 3 are pretty cheap, and I think they are also some very underrated player, and I've been using them in previous squad builders. Everyone who faced them, they'll think probably when they see him, it's the cheap choice, but we all know that they are annoying to play against because they have some decent pace and some decent strengths and some decent abilities. So they will work great there. And the front trio, we have Yannick Bolasie, Loic Remy and Shaqiri, and I'll eventually switch Shaqiri and Bolasie in game if I have to be honest, because I like when they get into the more natural angles with their preferable foot. It's again a pacey and decent strength for the attack, which is the important thing on FIFA Ultimate Team. Let's just be honest, that's the stats you're looking for when you look at the players most likely. I'll say this team is a pretty good cheap squad if you are new to the weekend league and just want to make a decent result. They probably, to be honest, lack the last 10% of quality if you want to play with the real big boys and get into the Elite 1, Elite 2, maybe Elite 3. But this squad can probably, for sure, if you're a skilled player, you can for sure reach Elite 3 or 2 or even Elite 1. But it won't bring you to top 100 probably unless you are a true beast on FIFA, guys. Heading over to the second team. On the goal we have Hugo Lloris in form, and his card is so amazing, guys. I'll say he's, at least for my own personal opinion, he's like top 5 at least of the goalkeepers in Ultimate Team, and his inform card is top 3 for me. I've been using him before, and I believe he's a very good goalkeeper in the game. He makes a lot of incredible saves where you just think, how on earth did he save that? So he's a solid choice. Only thing about him is sometimes his throwouts is not really long enough, so you have to keep in mind when you have the ball with him. As the centre backs we have David Luiz and Bailey, very good centre backs, and it's the David Luiz in form, and David Luiz in form is a true beast. He's very expensive, guys, but he's worth the money, I believe, and he is so important for this defense. Only thing I could maybe have my worries about with these 2 center backs is that they sometimes, and that's just maybe some mental part for me, is like they like to go on adventure sometimes or something. You know David Luiz from the real life, that they can maybe lack some sort of, how you say it, like responsibility, or like sometimes they're just wrong placed on the pitch, but their pace and strength are very good. And Bailey is one of my favorite center backs also in Ultimate Team. So I'll definitely also think that they will do the job for you, and is a more than good enough pair in the center back. On the fullbacks, we have Hector Bellerin and we have informed Seamus Coleman. And yes, guys, I know you're wondering why I'm using a right back on the left back, but I'll say that he is very, very good, and he's too good to be ignored, Seamus Coleman, in his inform card. Alternatively, you could have used Antonio on the left back inform, which is also a 6-6 card, and I'm still thinking about if I should I still have this dilemma whether I should use him actually, but these two fullbacks is some of the best in the game. And the reason why I didn't pick a left back is that I don't think the Premier League has good enough left backs, unfortunately. And Seamus Coleman just have that extra pace, and he will eventually still get like I think 7 or 8 in chemistry with the loyalty and also with a manager from the Barclays Premier League. On the CMs we have Dembele, Yaya Toure and Kevin De Bruyne, and it's a amazing center midfields, and you know they have everything. And the difference between them and the first team, the cheap squad, is that they bring much more in the attack. De Bruyne is perfect at the long shots, and the same are Dembele and Yaya Toure actually, so they will do the job, that's for sure. In the attack we have informed Lukaku, informed Mane, and we have Hazard, and they are also wonderful players eventually. I'll tend to switch to the diamond with this team and bring Yaya Toure on the CDM, Dembele on the left center mid, and De Bruyne on right center mid. I'll eventually put Hazard as the cam and Sadio Mane and Lukaku up front. And we're having 2 super subs with Dele Alli and Andy Gray, team of the week. And after that, I'll most likely use a bronze bench just to lower down the rating a bit, guys. So this is the second team, and it's a great combination of small, pacey, technical players, but also some powerhouses like Yaya Toure, Lukaku. And I'll also say that David Luiz is pretty strong in this game. Last but not least, guys, I decided to take my plan out for the weekend league. Obviously, so far I think I'll play with this team. It's David De Gea on the goal, exceptional keeper in the game, and I believe he is maybe the best goalkeeper in the game. Enough about him. The centre back Koscielny and Smalling, keeping it quite simple. Smalling is so good in this game. And well, if he will ever get a team of the week card, he will be so popular, guys. On the fullbacks we have Kyle Walker and Marcos Alonso. Marcos Alonso, I actually didn't try him, but playing against him was annoying. He's very tall. He's decent in pace, but most importantly, actually, he's left-footed, and that's very important for left back, obviously, which makes it more natural to play with him. But he's so strong defensively that Kyle Walker can do the offensive part a bit more than Alonso. And then we have Kante as the CDM, obviously, and we have Paul Pogba and Eriksen team of the week. His new card is amazing, guys. 5-star weak foot, 4-star in skill move, and Paul Pogba, no introduction. We all know his abilities, and the same with Kante, who is just the holding defensive midfielder who is so amazing in the defensive gameplay. On the cam we have Son in the orange card, and that card is something I have to try, to be honest. It looks so amazing, and his work rate is high, so you can eventually also switch between him and Eriksen, so he plays the left CM and Eriksen on the cam if you prefer that. But he is so good, and he is great on the shootings and the finishings, and that's the important thing. At the same time, he's tall for a cam, and he got very good pace as well, so he is complete, guys. Only thing I miss about him is that he has more than 3 stars in skill moves, but I think he eventually still would do the job. On the striker we have Martial, most underrated striker in the game for sure, and we have obviously Cristiano Ronaldo and Bale. You can bring 2 players who are not from the BPL, and I would eventually start with Bale and Ronaldo. on the bench and substitute Ronaldo in and pair him up with Martial. Later on in the game, I will bring on Bale, and if I don't feel that song works well, I'll substitute him out and bring Bale in immediately with Ronaldo and use the 2 subs. And then I'll just move Martial down to the cam and I'll play this team. That's the main plan so far. And well, this team is for me one of the best possible teams. It's also not that expensive apart from Ronaldo, obviously. Maybe the team 2 is actually more expensive, I don't know. My best advice for this weekend will be to take the 2 players who's not from the BPL in your squad right now. You really feel like, okay, they are my key players, and most likely I will pick out some offensive players, because I feel like the Barclays Premier League has so good midfielders and so good defenders and goalkeepers, but they lack a bit in the offense. So if you have 2 offensive players you really know does the job for you, I'll bring them into your team. And there you have it, guys. This is right now the team I'll be rocking. Obviously I will not start out in the diamond. I'll start out in 4-3-2-1 and I'll change to the diamond in game, so the chemistry is on 100. And there will slightly be some changes, maybe. Like there are some players who are knocking on the door, like Sergio Aguero, Mesut Özil, and Antonio Courtois and David Luiz in form is some of the players I'm thinking of. But anyways, this is so far my final team for the weekend league, and I hope this video helped you to get a better idea of which team, which squad you want to rock for the weekend league, because it's an interesting challenge, and it would be interesting to see who of the top players who will be able to, adapt, because suddenly you don't have a team full of legends or a team full of the best players in the game, like Ronaldo, Bale, Griezmann, Suarez, team of the year, etc, etc. Now it's more equal for everyone and the games will be more tight probably. So with that being said, guys, again, hope it helped you. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this what can you say, tutorial or just recommendations, and subscribe if you already didn't. And with that being said, again, guys, thanks for watching. The name is Rosenmeyer. See you very soon, and another time.